Hey everybody, it's Sam here. We are gonna take a look at this week's online service video work for Equip Weekly 8/31/2025. That's August 31st, 2025. As always, none of this is meant to be hurtful. None of this is meant to be mean. It is all meant to help us get better. That said, this was a great week. You guys did awesome. Like we announced earlier, everyone, including the AV lead on cameras this week, was under 16. And that kind of blows my mind, especially considering how great the video work was this week. And there were certainly a couple of things that can be adjusted, but man, you guys did a great job. Let's take a look at it real quick. Let's start with section A, and we'll go to 1423. All right, so camera 4, like all these shots, if you take a look at 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Camera 4, this is a good shot. I would just like maybe just a little bit more headroom there. Let's lock that. Okay. So if we had Morgan just a little bit further down, like right there, would be perfect. Otherwise, it's a great shot. All right, let's go to 1651. Camera 2. Yeah, maybe just a tiny bit to the left, a little bit. She's kind of on pushing towards the center a little bit, maybe just a little bit more to the left there. Something like that, maybe. And this is this is a floating cam. So even if we were at regular size, like I would move her over just a little bit. I think this medium shot is great. It just needs to move to the left just a tiny bit. I mean, it's a good shot. But if we want to make it a great shot, maybe move it a little to the left. It eliminates a little bit of the negative space we have here, and then kind of fills in a little bit more context over here. Uh, 1701. All right, so let's take a look here at camera 2 here. And so we'll just go straight. So I love this zoomed in shot here of me playing here. But then if you watch here, we zoomed out a little bit. I and this is totally taste. I prefer the closer shot of the guitar playing. And we could even split the difference here and go halfway in between there. And then we got that. So, yeah. And that's personal preference. For me, at least, the goal for a lot of this is it's kind of a, if we're going to be focusing in on playing the instrument, let's get it a little more focused and a little bit more in there. So yeah. Love those close-up shots. Maybe just a little bit closer here. So something a little more like that. Just so the guitar's kind of solidly in that third over here. So yeah. And moves down just a little bit, maybe kind of like that. So the guitar is kind of kissing this bottom, or solidly in the lower third of the line here, and then kind of kissing the top. And then my left hand is right here in that third with my arm. And yeah, I mean, if we want to get super technical, we could go like this, and then we have stuff happening in the third and more contacts happening in the third up here, and then but there's a little bit of that negative space there, so maybe like that a little bit. Yeah, that said, I like that shot. It's great. Let's go to 1918. Go open up multicam here. Love the close-up of Josh here. That's exactly what we're looking for right there. I like that a lot. And I love the shots of Eric here. That's by the book. Third here, we can see him playing the drums. You can see what he's hitting. It's great. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's move on to section C. This is the longer one. 12:10 is where I have my first note. Be helpful if my hand did what I wanted it to. There we go. All right, 12:10, camera 2. I love the shot of me here. Wonderful. Although I do look a little confused in that shot. I look very confused, actually. I love. I'm in the third, and then on top of the third, in between the frame within a frame. The frame probably starts right about here, ends right about here. I'm in that third too, so we got a double in the third there. Love it. All right, 12:10. Also, yeah, it's the same time. Great shot of Ellen here on she's in that third, exactly what we're looking for. She's 75% clean there. Love it. All right, 12:47. Um, 12:47. Oh yeah. So let's take a look at camera 2 here. Keep watching right here. So start with a good shot. And we're good, but there's a bunch of micro adjustments. And so those little jerky movements, I call them micro adjustments, makes that less usable. So because this is a good shot right here where she's it's a closer medium shot, but it's a great shot. But then you zoom out, you move a little bit, and you're zooming out a little bit. So get to 90% of the shot you want, and stay there. So like right here, we're at. I think this is a great shot, but you zoomed out just a little bit, and we probably didn't need to zoom out here, because it actually zooming out adds more negative space over here. It adds more negative space. So when you go back here where it's closer, there's less negative space over here. And that actually creates a more pleasing image to the eye. So when we go over here and we zoom out, we add a little bit of negative space, which adds tension to the shot. And that's not necessarily what we want. Sometimes we do, but we need to be very, very intentional about when we add tension on purpose. For the most part, we're not going to need to add a ton of tension, mainly because we're not trying to convey like somebody is thinking about all their life's problems and trying to figure it out. This is we're basically trying to create a clear idea of the space and where we're at, and so the less tension we can create, the better. All right, so let's go to 12. Oh yeah, I remember this part. All right, so let's take a look at all the cameras here. So we just have all three cameras moving around all at once, and we need to try to avoid that. And this only happened this one time, so I mean that's great. Sometimes it happens 3 or 4 times, and so then we end up on the slider camera a lot. And the slider camera is fine. That's the whole reason it's there. It's a safety shot, so no matter what happens, we can see something that's happening, and it's not going nuts. Yeah. I guess right here on this camera, it does feel a little bit. No, well, no, I think this is fine. She's fine in the third there. Forget I said anything. I obviously liked it because I used it. All right, let's move on to 1346. Oh yeah, camera 4. Love this shot. You captured it well. It's a medium close shot, and we got stuff happening over here, and yeah, I personally like this shot. She's filling the frame enough to the point where it doesn't feel like it's super empty. You got the microphone kind of breaking up the negative space here. I like that. 1712. Oh, Mike's texting me. All right. I've texted Mike back. All right. So let's go back to my notes here. 1712. All right. All right. So yeah, again, get to 90. And yeah, that's all that was. Just try to get to 90 and stay there. Because if we go back, take a look here at camera 2 here, because this is a good shot, but it looks like you wanted to add the piano to the shot, and I think it's fine where it was. But yeah, the more movement there is, the less I have to edit with. So just being able to get, like I said, get to 90, and the quicker we can get to 90, the quicker we'll be able to get to 100. So we can't get a perfect shot every time. That said, we can get a very good shot more often. So, all right, and then there's one more at 2018. All right. So here's what I would like to say. I love all these shots. These are all exactly what I'm looking for. Uh, Emma's in the center here, or at least pretty close to the center. That's exactly what we're looking for. We got a nice side shot of her with not a ton of negative space. And then we got a beautiful shot of her on the opposite side with me filling up the negative space because I'm a big man. And yeah, so I think this is great. All three cameras on this shot are exactly what I would be looking for. I used all three shots in the online service. So yeah, this is great. Fantastic job, everybody. Great job. You can obviously see some lighting things, and that part of that has to do with the fact that Mike wasn't there to readjust things as we moved. But it is what it is. And the camera work was great. You guys did so very good. Awesome. Well, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for doing this with us. It is an honor and a privilege to be able to work with talented people. And I want to say this right now, specifically because you guys are all young people. You're all teens, but you guys did fantastic work last night, and you guys should be riding high because you guys did a fantastic job. And I look forward to see you guys growing to be better and better camera people, better and better artists. So great job, everybody. Love you guys. Peace.